these people always are the same kind of people. They're these manic, loner, weird people who have trouble fitting into society, who are then radicalized through online rhetoric, and our three-letter agencies groom these people. They start to talk to these people. They convince these people that they're a hero, and they make these people into these killers. And that's why these people have rifles they can't afford and plans they shouldn't have, and they're allowed to get on top of buildings in the middle of a presidential speech that nobody should be allowed to get on. Bro, the Secret Service was inside the building that he was on top of. They got video of this guy an hour before. They had him on the glass on those dudes' scope for 30 minutes before they shot him. There is no question at all. This guy was groomed. He was allowed to be there. He was allowed to shoot. He was probably told that he was protected, and he went up there. He shot 8 times before they shot back. I don't think the Secret Service in general allowed it to happen, but I think there's people in the Secret Service that allowed it to happen. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ
cruise the motherfucking internet.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to cruise the internet. That's what CTI stands for. We put topics up on the screen. We speculate on what's going on, what's true, what's not true, and then we talk about how we, the people, have to solve some of these problems going on. Now, we got a lot to talk about because we've missed a couple days. I apologize for that, but we're going to get you today and tomorrow. So let's get right into it, man.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, pay the fee.
Yeah.
Filthy
Share the show.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you'll die.
I mean, we all will at some point.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just die without sharing the show.
That wasn't a threat. It was just a fact.
All right. Yeah, no, I get it. MSNBC.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Oh, not
There
much.
obviously is a lot to cover. A lot has happened in the last few days. And at first I was kind of like, fuck, like, man, we got to hop on this top. But then I'm like, I mean, and this has been the case for a lot of this stuff. There is so much bullshit that comes out.
Yeah.
Right. And like,
I'm kind of glad we waited.
I'm glad we waited too, because
Yeah.
like, it's so, it's very important, man. Like, we're in a day and age, man. There's a lot of stuff that comes out, man. Like, I mean, I remember that was like they had one dude they posted as like being the shooter. He was like some overweight Mexican guy. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's
Yeah.
Antifa and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes, man, you just gotta like just give it a second.
I think that's part of the problem in the news right now,
Well, I
and
think
social
it's also
media.
part of like the intentions.
Oh yeah,
You
they
know?
want you to jump to all these different
Yeah.
conclusions, which confuses people to where there's so much information they can't know what's true and what's not true.
I think that's their fix of like knowing that, the spread, they can't stop the spread. So they just infiltrate the spread with just bullshit
Yeah.
intentionally to fuck people up. you
Yeah.
know? And I think it's important. I think, and I take our responsibility very serious. I know there's a lot of people listening. So it's important that we give the facts, and then we deduce from there. But lot to cover, man. Lot to cover. We're going to get into it. But before we do, I think I might have found my favorite person on the internet. Yeah.
Who's that?
And it's not a dude. Well, it's a dude, but not in that sense. Yeah.
It's a dude, but not in that sense.
Yeah. Well, I was going to it's not, yeah. Well, let's
Are you trying to explain? You trying to tell us something?
listen. I mean, it has been a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry, mama.
No, man. This
I'm
guy,
sorry, mom and dad.
Yeah. I mean, well, just mom.
I like tummy sticks.
just mom.
Tummy sticks are my favorite game.
My favorite guy on the internet right now. This happened at the RNC actually.
Yeah.
It was the moment when a man wearing a shirt with a very controversial question trolled a CNN news reporter who was broadcasting live at the RNC. So a CNN report from the Republican National Convention was almost derailed when an attendee video bombed the reporter with a very off-message T-shirt. DC reporter Christian Holmes was delivering a piece to camera from the Milwaukee Conference Hall on Donald Trump's security arrangements when the man slipped into frame to reveal the question, "Where's the Jeffrey Epstein client list?" And I love, like, let's just watch the clip. I got the clip for you. Here, let's roll it.
Campaign new and win, because I have talked to a number of people who have been on the ground with the former president in recent days and weeks who had no idea. Now, one thing to remember is that Donald Trump is a very tight-knit security team. He has been with the same detail for years. He is very close.
I loved initially. Did you see the cameraman trying to like get?
Yeah, dude, this is what happens when these people venture out from their little bubbles into like reality.
The real world.
Yeah.
The real world, man.
That guy don't give a shit.
That's my new favorite human.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
I bet that guy is so fun to drink beer with.
Oh, I guarantee it.
I guarantee, dude, you're having a great time, and it's going to end with you getting in trouble.
Good old Keith comes around.
That's a fact. Yeah. Man, we were having a great time until.
Yeah. I guarantee you, like, he knew he was going to do that. He had the shirt ready to go. Ripped open the buttons.
Well, that's a very astute observation from you, DJ.
Yeah.
He had the shirt ready to go.
No, I'm saying, like, I know it was a whole walk-through convo that morning when he was getting dressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm fucking with CNN
He
today.
planned that out. You're correct. Good job, buddy. I'll give you an A.
Let's talk about some other stuff that was planned out.
You know who my favorite person on the internet is?
Who?
Probably me. Yeah. What? I'm a likable guy.
No, you are a likable guy.
Yeah.
I like you.
I like me too.
You know?
I like you too, bro, but not as much as I like me.
Same.
Same.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what list I want to see? I want to see the list of all the people that shorted True Social stock.
Oh, man. I got that.
Oh.
I don't have the list.
See, this is the benefit of waiting for a minute and taking a breath. We'll get into that in a minute.
There's always stuff that comes out, man. There's always
I think
stuff
that would be an interesting list. I think I would almost rather see that list at this point in time than the Epstein list, because we already know who's on the Epstein list.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
I'd be willing to bet.
I'm willing to bet it's somebody who makes a lot of money on the stock market every other single time. Well, I bet it's somebody whose trading portfolio outperforms Warren Buffett.
I was going to say, I guarantee you the list of the DJT stock shorters is the same list as the Epstein list.
No shit.
I'm just saying. I mean, we'll see. But, man, let's get into this. Let's get into these headlines. Guys, remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, headlines, videos, articles, links, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can find them all linked there for you. With that being said, the moment you all have been waiting for, headline number one. It is interesting, and obviously, this is a real situation. We're covering the Trump shooting. I got a lot of stuff here, but I want to call this out because this is a comment that we've been seeing, that I've been seeing, the guys and us, digging through our comments on social media. Is this? And I know you've gotten this comment too a bunch of times. Andy, you called it.
Well, that's not all I called. I've called every single thing that's happened for the last 4 years, with the exception of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time you start putting some respect on my motherfucking name.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be real. There's not another motherfucker out here that's called this shit the way I've called it. Period. That's it. And the only way that the people know that is if you guys tell them that.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny how there's all these people out here who have been way behind the news cycle, who are getting all this credit and
clout.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, what are you talking about? I just said that a year ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I can say this too, man. Like, knowing you, like, this is not, like, I know you don't say that to brag or boast or like.
No, I say that because it's fact.
Well, I mean, but not even that, man. It's just
maybe
like,
brag a little.
I mean, it might be a little bit, there, But I mean, like, on a serious note, man, it's like, being able to see that shit, like the hopes is enough people listen that we can kind of prevent this shit from happening.
Yeah,
like that's the real hope, and like people.
Well, I don't know if you could prevent that from happening. I mean, that was, look, dude. This, first of all, I did get a lot of comments about that.
Yeah.
Because we have, I posted the story of all those clips. Dude, we have 100 more clips of me saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And pretty much everything. But I gotta tell you this, it ain't over.
No.
They're gonna try again. The plan is still in play.
Yeah. But let's get in it. And so the idea here, I put together some hardcore facts We're going to dispel some of the misinformation that has been out there, because we don't misinformation here. And, and then get into it. Let's have an open, real discussion on this, man. And let's talk about some things that, just don't make sense. So obviously, Donald Trump, he was shot at a rally on July 13th.
No, bro, it was ketchup packs.
That's what it was.
When he hit his ear, it was ketchup pack.
Yeah, the Secret Service came in, gave him blood
Yeah,
packs.
it was Trump set it up on his own to get shot.
Yeah.
And then, it was a huge false flag, and then they killed 2 of the fans to make it look normal.
Because that makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah. The guy didn't even shoot it. It was totally fake. It was ketchup.
It's fucking insane. On side note.
Now, wait. Didn't Alex Jones get fined $1 billion
For saying that?
for saying that
Just that?
a shooting just like that
Was hoaxed?
was a hoax?
He did. $1 billion with a B.
Now, I know a lot more people, and they were children, passed away in the other shooting,
Well, these are real people.
but it was just as real.
Yeah.
So are we going to fine all of these leftists who keep saying it's a hoax $1 billion each?
I feel like we should.
I mean,
I think
we should give them the choice.
the
I think the choice is we can
survivors.
either forgive Alex Jones's $1 billion, or you can have $1 billion fine as well.
Man,
Whatever the choice
what do they
is.
call that? Is that karma? What is that?
Well,
When that shit comes back around, bro, it's fucking.
anyway,
But let's dive into this, man. So obviously there's a lot of questions. Trump, he was at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th. They have the shooter. The shooter was killed on site. Shooter was a 20-year-old man by the name of Thomas Matthew Crooks. FBI is allegedly investigating this, which I have zero faith in. And I want to preface this too, just from my own personal stake. I don't think we'll ever know the full truth of this situation. I really don't. Like I don't. There's not a lot of hope there, because the people who are investigating. I mean, like
it's like investigating yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna investigate myself for stealing. I didn't find nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Unfound it.
Where'd you get that $10?
Unfound it.
I didn't find that.
No. That was actually never $10 at all.
Where'd you get that bike?
Never existed. Yeah, no shit. Jason gets pissed every time it comes in. That fridge gets lighter and lighter. I know it does.
We used to take all his grapes out of there.
I could have swore I just put it back in there.
Yeah. Jason's the only one that's got grape.
You actually never had the pack to begin with.
Jason's the only one in the office that has the grape in the good can.
Yeah.
So we go out there and take it.
Yep. Sorry, Jason.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So Trump was shot at this rally. There were an individual who went to the rally as well, David.
You know,
Vance.
I got an idea. Let's move this to the end of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, because no, I'm just kidding. Everybody's waiting.
Such an asshole.
Yeah. They're like, get the fuck and do it.
Yeah, right. But there were some there was a victim who died from this rally. Corey.
He died on the spot.
Yeah, he was killed instantly. 57-year-old man. And 2 other people were critically wounded. They're still fighting for their lives in the hospital. And there's a lot of questions here. A lot of questions. Now, there's the problem that I've been facing is that there's like you have these parties. You have Secret Service, you have local law enforcement, you have state level law enforcement there, who, that's typically how these events go. They augment, perimeters of the security, right? And it's like everybody's saying something a little bit different. Secret Service initially was saying it was manpower issues, and it wasn't manpower issues, but then it was manpower issues again. And it's like there's this back and forth, and again, it's hard to know what exactly the truths are, right? And now I have friends in these agencies. You have friends in these agencies. We have listeners, fans of the shows that listen to that watch us, that listen to these episodes.
That are in these agencies.
That are in
and
these
then we have
agencies.
people that aren't friends that listen to the show that are in these agencies.
Fair point.
Hey, guys.
But like I feel like I've been able to build a pretty decent understanding of what happened. And like, there's still a lot of questions that I have, I'm sure you have, that just don't make sense. Now, I remember initially they reported that they had a cell phone, but they couldn't get into it. And my first initial thoughts was like, well, it shouldn't be that hard. You guys probably set the fucking passcode to it, But I also thought too, man, it's like, how easily they are able to investigate, Christian families that go to church or how easily they are to investigate people that, peacefully protested at, Capitol Hill, but all of a sudden we're having issues on the intelligence gathering side and we can't crack a iPhone. Makes zero sense. For those of you guys that don't know, it's how simple that is. They literally just plug in a USB cord to that phone and it will download everything off of there. They're bullshitting you on that. And I know that for a absolute fact. But there's talks of these transmitters. He had bombs in his car and his home. And again, it's just been this back and forth. Who knows what the fuck's happening. Now, you got Department of Homeland Security, who oversees the Secret Service, who reports directly to Biden administration. They're opening their own investigation inside of this. Secret Service is doing their investigation. FBI is doing their investigation. Congress has also started a congressional hearing, investigatory committee on this as well, where they've already subpoenaed the director of the FBI, director of Secret Service, director of DHS as well. There's a lot of stuff going on here. One of the myths I wanted to dispel quickly here too, a lot of people thought it was these two snipers on the roof that actually returned fire.
Yeah, they didn't even shoot.
They never shot.
There was a building, so there was a identical building, basically the opposite side of the stage that they were on, that they shot from.
And there's no pictures or videos of that,
right?
That have been released.
So on the side where he got ushered off, there's a building behind that, and that's where they shot from.
Right. So these counter
which is actually seemed like it was a much longer shot.
But yeah.
But if you look at the angles,
they had a smaller round too.
It was a 308.
Yeah, no, that's 308.
No, that's a 300. That's a 300 Win Mag, and then it's 308. They killed him with a 308.
Oh shit! Well,
yeah. I watched it. It was on Fieldcraft Survival's YouTube. They did a really, really, really good in-depth breakdown.
Yeah.
I watched it right before the show so that when you said shit that I could say, no, that's wrong. Like that.
But here's the interesting thing, man. There's more reports coming out, and they're now saying that, they actually knew about this guy 3 hours before he fired the first round.
Yeah, his parents actually called the police and reported him missing.
His parents did call the police.
Yeah.
And not only to report him missing, but saying like, hey, we're worried about this guy.
Yeah.
Something's wrong here. Something's not making sense. So there's a bunch of red flags. There's actually a video of Thomas about an hour before the shooting, and you can literally see him scoping out the video, the building. Here's the clip. He's literally scoping out the building that he went on top of.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I mean, Andy, you've had security for 5 years. I do your security, right? We do these events. And
they didn't even do an advance.
They had no advance.
They didn't do an advance. Dude, we do advances. Just so you guys understand what an advance is, that means your team goes to the location that you're at, figures everything out, before you ever even get there.
Before you get there.
Okay? And usually they'll do it a week ahead of time, and then they'll make a report, and then they'll say, okay, here's the procedure of how this works. Just so you understand how ridiculous it is for them to not do an advance, we do advances before I go to dinner. Okay? For me, we do advances before I go to fucking dinner. So you're going to tell me that for the president of the United States, they're not doing an advance for a fucking speech?
It's complete bullshit.
It is.
It's complete bullshit. And even just in the simplest terms, the whole point for an advance is don't you want to know the lay of the land? Wouldn't you want to know the weaknesses? Wouldn't you want to know the doors and the entrances? And wouldn't you want to know that information? Right? That's why I do it. That's why we do it. I don't get to do the advances. I rely on my team that goes down ahead of time or wherever and they report to me, hey, DJ, this is what to expect. Here's pictures. Here's videos. Here's blueprints. I get all that information. So that way, at least when I'm getting there, when we arrive, I have some familiarity.
And there's all kinds of reasons for that. There's you want to know where the threats could come from. You want to know how to get out of there. You want to know, how does it flow? Where do we need to move if something were to happen?
Right. Right. And this is a basic. When you talk about getting into to protection, and this is 101. This is the fundamental foundation like tactic that you learn. Like that's what makes great, because our whole job is to prevent things from happening. And
Right.
the only way you can prevent things is by finding out
prepared.
and knowing your unknowns.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is like, it's complete bullshit. It makes zero sense to me. Zero sense. And I want to show this clip too, because it's pissed off a lot of people, and we know what the polls are saying. I got those a little bit later, but do you see this clip real quick?
Now I'm just gonna tell you motherfucking niggas straight out the dump. Don't fuck with my motherfucking president. Do you understand me? Nigga, we ride with Donald Trump over here, nigga. Draco, we ain't playing with you motherfucking niggas. You understand me? Keep my motherfucking president name out your mouth. Fuck, nigga.
I'm just saying.
He listens to the show.
I mean, I was just saying.
I like that guy.
Just saying. Now, this.
Bro, see, this is what I'm saying. That's America. We got something in common. Bro, I guarantee you, we hang out with that dude, it'd be a blast.
That'd be a great time.
Literally.
Probably get high as shit.
Yeah.
Leave her kids.
Yeah. No, it'd be like the other guy. It all started out fun and games.
Bro, those two guys in the room. That'd be great.
Yeah.
No, but like,
Dude, that's so funny, dude.
What?
Keep my president's name out your mother mouth.
Fuck niggas. But
it's good to see though.
Oh, it's good to see. It's refreshing, man. And like, listen, I'm glad Trump's okay.
Did you see how many people have been getting fired from their jobs for saying,
amazing,
dude, you know what? I'm anti-cancel culture, but these people have gotten away with this shit for so long, and they get everybody else fired for all kinds of shit. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like too, bro. I'm not with this shit no more.
No,
like I've gone from this fucking place that I've been over the last 2 years to this other place, like almost a little bit of radicalization, and dude, it just is what it is. I'm sick of the shit, and I'm sick of these people thinking they could say, do, behave, insult, threaten, get away with everything. And dude, this is the reason they feel comfortable doing this, is because it's been this way for 15 years. They could say anything. Like, dude, you got Kathy Griffin holding up Trump's head. You got
Snoop Dogg.
You got all these people talking about, you got Johnny Depp talking about assassinating the president. You got Madonna talking about it. You got Maxine Waters talking about it. You got Biden saying that it's time to put the crosshairs on Donald Trump. You got all this, bro. Listen, they didn't just instigate this. This was them. And as we watch the RNC this week, we need to keep in mind that it was meant to happen without Donald Trump there. So when you guys see all these right-wing conservatives come out on stage and talk about, affiliating and aligning themselves with Israel and Israel's first over America, that was supposed to be the message before Donald Trump survived that, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Now, the Secret Service director, this Kimberly Cheadle, who I also have inside information, she will most likely not be the director by Friday. Just putting that out there by a source who would know.
Yeah.
There are replacements. The only issue is that she is she is literally in the pocket for Biden. She worked on his protection detail when he was VP, left Secret Service, went to Pepsi, and now is back in Secret Service as the director. But she's like going back and forth.
Kept all them Fritos safe.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
But
they wouldn't be too safe around you, huh?
What's that?
Those chili cheese Fritos?
I don't fuck with them. Not a big fan.
You probably like the hot ones.
No. So I fuck with Sundance.
I don't even know what that is.
That's some black people.
I like those chili Fritos. Those things are fucking good.
Yeah, they're chili cheese Fritos, but they're just hot.
So,
oh, that sounds. What are they called?
Sundance.
Are they Fritos?
Yeah.
Sundance Fritos?
Call them red hot corn chips.
Oh yeah, I've seen those before.
Fire.
Yeah.
I saw them down the hood.
Yellow bag, bro. The yellow bag. Mm.
I was downtown St. Louis. I saw them.
But she's starting to backpedal on some of her statements, and I think it's also interesting. She's done a few different interviews with mainstream media.
Well, she shouldn't have done any.
She shouldn't have done any, but all the ones that she's been doing are all with left-leaning media sources: CNN, ABC, MSNBC. And she's not like neither here nor there. But now she's taken this tone that Secret Service is taking full and sole responsibility for security at the Trump rally. Initially, it was, that was the local police department's responsibility.
They were outside the perimeter.
Which is complete bullshit.
Right.
Complete bullshit.
So you're telling me 120 yards outside the perimeter?
Right. That's it. That's all we got. Got it. And so, like I said, there's just been a bunch of bullshit. Now, to your point, these leftists have been losing their minds.
Mm-hmm.
Completely losing their minds. And not just these, weirdo ZZMZs on Twitter and stuff like that. I mean, like notable figures, media sources, representatives in our own current Congress are unhinged, completely out of their fucking
Well,
minds.
that's not new.
You got this guy, Representative Stephen Woodrow, who's out of Colorado. The last thing America needed was sympathy for the devil, but here we are. Or people like this, the Senator London Lamar, she says, quote, while I am praying for former President Trump and hopes he makes a full recovery, the extremism from the MAGA regime has brought us to this moment. What extremism has the right shown?
Bro, that's exactly what, I mean, bro, this is out of Saul Alinsky's playbook. You accuse them of what you're doing.
Right. Because, it's not there. They have not yet seen anything fucking extreme.
No.
Not yet.
They've seen a lot of restraint.
I think I would argue too much.
Well, I agree, but that's what they've seen, and that it's look. These people are the least capable and the least equipped for the war that they're calling for and the violence that they're calling for. They're not ready for it.
No,
they're people. We've been holding restraint back forever. Like you haven't seen any extremism, bitch. Not at all.
No. You got people like Rachel Maddow. Let's check in with what she had to say.
You look back at that whole string, going all the way back to the 1800s, is that the motive of the person committing the violence is never relevant.
Very true.
The act of violence itself ends politics, turns it over into crime, and makes the views and the motivations of the shooter irrelevant. Everybody in politics, no matter where you are ideologically, must unite around the idea that violence is unacceptable.
Absolutely.
And it's unacceptable both when it comes to targeted stuff like this, but it's also unacceptable when you try to incite that as a way of getting things that you want that you can't get through political means. So it's true in terms of violent rhetoric. It's true in violence orientation toward the idea of confrontation with your fellow Americans. And of course, it's true in the case of some sort of insane event like we saw on Saturday in Pennsylvania. And I just feel like obviously we're all very grateful that President Trump was not more seriously hurt.
She can't even say that straight.
Absolutely shattered by the fact that somebody was killed.
Somebody was killed,
Two people were put in the hospital very seriously hurt. But I am hoping that the one positive thing that can come out of this is some sobriety around the idea of violence in politics being no freaking joke and nothing that.
Two important things here that she said. One, that the motives are irrelevant. I disagree.
No, the motives are all that's relevant.
I think it's extremely irrelevant.
Yeah. And the motive is you fuckers have created so much angst and so much hate and so much division and so much radicalization around Donald Trump with all of your shit. You got Joy Reid sitting there. You got Rachel Maddow sitting there. You got these dudes on the Morning Joe who got kicked off the air for a day and then came back and said, oh, if they do that again, we're going to quit. Quit.
Yeah. And go where?
Yeah. Quit. Yeah. Where are you going? You going to start a podcast nobody's going to listen to?
No.
Ask Rachel Maddow how that is.
Yeah. See how that worked for
her.
But like, and it's not, this whole thing of like, now they want unity. Now what is this call for unity now for?
It's called fear.
When 2 days ago.
It's called fear.
Is that what that is?
Yes. It's called fear.
Dude, it's complete bullshit and I don't buy it. And then I look at, people like this. Have you seen this clip?
Mm-mm.
Apparently, I just noticed a tattoo. Apparently she's radioactive.
Clearly.
But let's listen to what this person had to say.
Absolutely. You guys are out here on the heels of the attempted Trump assassination. Can I get your reaction to what happened the other day?
Well, it's a shame the person missed, but it's ironic that the shooter was also a Republican. and I am scared about political violence.
You're scared of political violence, but
I'm scared of political violence, but I'm sorry that he missed. And then the shooter's a Republican. The shooter's not a Republican. The shooter registered Republican to vote in the fucking primary.
He didn't vote in.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting. Or even let's check in with Biden. You mentioned Biden, right? You know, Biden, apparently, according to him, he hasn't engaged in any type of inciting rhetoric. Trump has, and he's just talking about threats to democracy. He did an interview with Lester Holt on NBC News. Let's watch this clip real quick.
And so the focus was on what he's saying, and I mean the idea.
But have you taken a step back and done a little soul searching on things that you may have said that could incite people who are not balanced?
Well, I don't think, look, how do you talk about the threat to democracy, which is real, when a president says things like he says? Do you just not say anything because it may incite somebody? Look, I have not engaged in that rhetoric.
Oh, he's defending engaging in that rhetoric, and then the next breath saying he doesn't do it.
Doesn't do it. Doesn't do it at all. Guess who got receipts, though? Let's read some of these, Andy. You want to read them?
Sure. Where do we start?
Let's start.
Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are a threat to the very soul of this country.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is the greatest threat to our democracy. Trump is a genuine threat to this nation. He's a threat to our freedom. He's a threat to our democracy. He's literally a threat to everything America stands for. Trump is a threat to democracy. We cannot let him win. I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, talking to folks about what's at stake in this election. Trump poses many threats in our country: the right to choose, civil rights, voting rights, and America standing in the world. But the greatest threat he poses is to our democracy. If we lose that, we lose everything. You know what they're talking about when they say their democracy, right? Like, we've talked about this on the show for years. They're talking about their communist, Marxist plan. That's what they're talking about. And yes, he will destroy that. This is a constitutional republic, okay? It's not mob rule. And we've gotten to mob rule over many, 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 many years because of us not even understanding how this country's supposed to be run in the first place. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's complete bullshit. This dude definitely, they did this. Now, here's a monkey wrench that I didn't really see them playing. Like, I mean, I felt like this was a card on the table that, you know, okay, sure, maybe they're trying to play it, but like, they wouldn't play that, right? No, they're definitely playing it. It was Iran's fault. You know, Iran was planning an assassination attempt. We actually beefed up security because of it. You know, like, they're trying to bring this shit in there like this means anything, and it's just.
Well, I actually think that they're bringing that in because I think they're going to move from just a single shooter trying to kill him to an act of terrorism trying to kill him. I don't think that this will be the only attempt on his life between now and then.
Well, it's funny you say that because the FBI and the DHS just released a potential update saying that they warn of potential follow-up and retaliatory attacks following attempted Trump assassination, saying, quote, "The FBI and DHS remain concerned about the potential for follow-on or retaliatory acts of violence following this attack, particularly given that individuals in some online communities have threatened, encouraged, or referenced acts of violence in response to the attempted assassination. Lone actors, or DVEs, domestic violence extremists, operating in small cells likely will continue to view publicly accessible locations like political rallies and campaign events as attractive targets."
It's interesting because I was talking, obviously, to a lot of my friends who you guys all know because they've either been on the show or you see me with them, but they all got shows and they're all, you know, we all talk, right? And what a better way to really gain sympathy with Americans than to assassinate Biden. Okay, they want to get rid of Biden very clearly. They're open about that now. To assassinate Biden and blame it on some sort of MAGA retaliatory attack.
That's my thought process.
I agree. Everybody else is saying that too.
Yeah,
because,
for sure.
dude, they'll set up.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And not only that, they could use that to bring in the heavy hand of communism right behind it, right? Like, what do we do with these people? That same rhetoric? They have to have something that justifies that.
Yep, I could see that. I could see them legitimately doing some sort of mass terrorism act and blaming it on Iran. Remember, they want a big war. That's what they want. And they want to get rid of Biden, and they want to get rid of Trump. So we got to think of how they would do that. So I'm nervous. I think we're going to see mass chaos between now and then. I don't think we're out of the woods, but I do think that they were counting on this being successful.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Listen, Trump was not supposed to be here right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, there's no doubt about that.
And dude, people who are like, oh, it's a false flag, it's just fake. Bro, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry.
Like you. Trump was not supposed to be here.
Do you know how hard it would be to shoot someone's fucking ear off without killing them? That, like, dude, people.
No sights.
I see people saying that.
No scope.
They're like, oh, they shot him in the ear on purpose. You've never been around a fucking rifle.
Mm-mm.
That is. I don't know if there's anybody that could make that shot in the whole entire world, no matter how fucking good they are.
On purpose?
Yes.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
On a moving, dude, there's no way.
Not only that, bro, all he had was a fucking hollow, like, I think he used an EOTech on his rifle.
Yeah, EOTech red dot, no mag.
No magnification.
Yeah.
There's no scope on that.
Yeah, I mean 120, what was it, 120?
140.
140. I mean, with no mag, that's
really
a bench shot. That's a very, very hard shot to make if you're not on a bench. If you're not resting on a bench.
That's a difficult fucking shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know what his rifle was zeroed in at. Like, I mean, there was a lot of variables there, bro. Like, just in general, that's a tough shot to make.
Yeah, but that guy also was a proficient shooter. The first thing that came out was, oh, he got rejected from the rifle team. Yeah. Also, he was in gun clubs. He was a gun nerd.
Mm-hmm.
He shot guns all the time. This guy was experienced. And how much more shit do you have?
Well, the last little thing,
because I got a theory on this whole thing. I want to get it out once you're done with all this stuff.
One last little tidbit here. This guy by the name of Mike Dilliard, he posted this video to Instagram.
Mike's been on the show, bro. Mike Dillard?
Not with me.
No, but before you.
Oh,
yeah, he's a buddy of mine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And he posted. He has a very interesting take on this because, like you alluded to in the beginning, there is something weird that happened here.
Yeah.
In about a week before the attempted assassination. Let's watch this video, and I got the receipts here.
So there's a lot of people out there who've been wondering if the whole assassination attempt was an inside job or if it was just the random acts of a crazy dude. Well, we found out the answer today. It turns out the number of shares that were shorted on DJT, his public company, doubled the week before his assassination from 7 million shares to 15 million shares, which means there were definitely people in power in the know who were betting very large amounts of money that the stock price of DJT was going to tumble. So that means that it absolutely was an inside job and people knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, even wise guys who they track stuff like this, they put this out on Twitter. Who knew the hit was coming? Right. And it was absolutely shorted. Here is a 5-day look. So this is just showing you just a couple of days, 1 or 2 days before the assassination. It shows the clear line. But let's go back. Let's look at it from a month view. And you can clearly see that actually about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks before this, there's this gradual daily sell-off of these stocks. People are dumping them. And the hopes is that by Monday morning, waking up, when the stock markets open up, everybody else is freaking the fuck out. Shit's in chaos, and it takes the whole fucking company, right?
And all the guys that shorted make a fortune,
make a shit ton of money,
yeah,
right? And the people who did not have that inside information were kind of screwed out of their money,
yeah,
right. The good news is, obviously, again, Donald Trump survived, so the stock's doing just fine, But you put all of this together, Andy. What's the answer? We're all just conspiracy theorists. Andy, what do you got on all of this?
Well, I mean, look, dude, listen. It's very obvious what happened here. If you've paid attention to anything that's been going on for the last number of years, especially with the school shooting stuff, okay, these people always are the same kind of people. They're these manic, loner, weird people who have trouble fitting into society, who are then radicalized through online rhetoric and connections with people online. And our three-letter agencies groom these people. They start to talk to these people. They convince these people that they're a hero. And, you know, they make these people into these killers. And that's why these people have rifles they can't afford and plans they shouldn't have. And they're allowed to get on top of buildings in the middle of a presidential speech that nobody should be allowed to get on. Bro, the Secret Service was inside the building that he was on top of. And the reason that the Secret Service director, that woman, said that there wasn't people on the roof is because it was the slope was too much and it was dangerous when they have snipers on roofs with more of a slope. That was the least sloped building in the whole thing. They got video of this guy an hour before. They had him on the glass on those dudes' scope for 30 minutes before they shot him. There is no question at all. This guy was fucking groomed. He was allowed to be there. He was allowed to shoot. He was probably told that he was protected, and he went up there. He shot 8 motherfucking times before they shot back. Okay, you can't tell me there wasn't some sort of inside job there. Now, shooting 8 times before they shot back, I looked at all the angles and I've watched all the videos on this. The guy was pretty concealed. Like, if you were going to have a spot to shoot, that's what I'm saying. That was the most beneficial spot for him to be in, to have that line and also be protected from the other people. So I bet you these people told him, hey, do this. We got you. You're going to be protected. And, you know, they want him to be dead because they didn't want him to talk. So he was shot right afterwards. And, dude, if we go back to, you know, MLK, if we go back to JFK, if we go back to Bobby Kennedy, all of these things are very similar. There are these people that come out of nowhere. This kid didn't even have social media, all right? He registered as a Republican but donated to progressive causes, Act Blue, okay? This guy was a 100% plant, allowed to do this. This was an inside job, and the motherfuckers that shorted that stock know that those are the people that knew about it. Mm-hmm. And I think all this is going to come out, dude. I don't think the Secret Service in general allowed it to happen, but I think there's people in the Secret Service that allowed it to happen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, again, that's one of the things too. Like for a fact,
I'm not talking about the dudes that pull the triggers.
No,
I'm talking about the motherfuckers that make the rules, and they probably told these people, you know, they probably made I guarantee you, dude, there is a storyline here that is not being told because they are not allowed to tell it because they're being threatened. If you talk about this, you're going to be put in prison. Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing.
No doubt.
This one, you couldn't convince me this wasn't an inside job by the Democrats. And I won't even say Democrats, all right? I will say the cabal, okay?
Deep state.
The communist deep state cabal. Biden, Hillary, Obama, and co, all right? Klaus Schwab. All of these people, Soros, all of these people work together, okay? And my speculation is that this was 100% put in play by people like that. I don't know which ones or all of them, but the guy failed and now they're scrambling. And the reason I think, what made me really think that this was 100% an inside job was the phone call that was made directly after it happened, okay? Biden called Trump right after it happened. And how do you think that phone call went? Trump knows everything. He was president of the United States. He has all the intel, all the data. He knows all the crimes. He hasn't spoken up about any of the stuff that Biden's been doing. Hardly at all, all right? I guarantee you that phone call went something like this. Hey, motherfucker, you fucking crossed the line. And now, if you don't fucking stand down and you don't fucking quit now, I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this. And those things that he said were really bad for him and everybody else. Guaranteed. Trump's not a bitch. He's not a pussy. You could say whatever you want about him, but he ain't those things. And I guarantee you, bro, he told that motherfucker, bro, I will bury you. I will bury your family. And because, dude, right after that, the media flipped. Biden flipped. They all started saying,
unity.
We're praying for, we need to de-escalate the language.
No political violence.
We need no political violence. After years and years and years of Johnny Depp and Madonna and Maxine Waters and Biden and all these people talking all this shit about violence.
Now
we don't want any violence. Okay. Now you have Biden sitting on TV pulling down his ads comparing Trump to Hitler, doing all of these things, okay? He did those things out of fear. That was not a, oh, I know this is right. Like, you know, all of a sudden it's thoughts and prayers for Trump after years and years and years of basically telling people to kill him. Okay? Bullshit. These people got caught. They got caught with their pants down. They wanted to reel it in as quick as possible. That was the only move. They panicked, and it really put them in a bad spot because either one, they denounce violence and they say, you know, basically without saying it, that, hey, we're full of shit about this guy. This guy's not a threat. This guy's not Hitler. This guy's not. So we denounce violence now, right? Or they embrace violence and they say, man, it sucks. And then they expose themselves for who they are.
Right.
So by them missing this shot, it really creates a big problem for their ability to appear to be authentic in any way, shape, or form, which, bro, people have woken up. I mean, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of videos of people who are like, dude, after that, I'm voting for Trump.
Yeah.
I've always believed the media. I could tell they're lying. I'm voting for Trump. This is crazy. I'm voting for Trump. These are people who did not vote for him in 2020.
Or
okay?
16.
Yeah. And dude, you know, my main take on this is this. They did this shit. They got caught. They were counting on it to be successful. Now it's not. And they don't have an ability to run a game plan or a campaign without trashing Trump. That's their whole thing because all of their policies are dog shit. Mm-hmm. Every single one of them. So, yeah, man. And I think it is going to come out. Like you said, it's not going to come out. I think it is going to come out. I think people in these agencies are understanding that they are starting to understand that we are occupied by foreign interests through pay for play schemes, going all the way up to the top level with the president and trickling down into our agencies. And when Trump talks about the swamp, that's what he's talking about. So I don't think it matters who you vote for in the past or who, you know, you like or dislike or whatever. I think we can all agree that anybody who tries to assassinate a president should be dealt with swiftly and harshly as an example. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens and who they try to pin this on. But at the end of the day, they're going to try to pin this on some low level, like the head of Secret Service versus the people who called the play. And I can guarantee you, dude, 100%, dude, you would have to be mentally challenged, putting it nicely, to think this was anything but that. It was a inside job. And it wasn't Trump doing the inside job to make Trump look good, like the leftists are saying. You guys are insane. You know that's not the case. Okay? You're just mad that you're the guy that you hate so much. And by the way, you've been lied to about that you hate so much, didn't get his brains blown out in front of everybody. And think about what that says about these people as people. Do you think these people are going to unite with you? Do you think these people are going to come around? Do you think these people are going to, you know, somehow logically be convinced that they're wrong? That's never going to happen, dude. These people are totally gone. They're mentally ill. They've been completely brainwashed, and there's no coming back for a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And they are a minority. They're a small little minority, bro. It's like 1% of the population. So I'm not worried about it, but these people are so convinced because they've had control of the social narrative for so long that they still have the power that it's like comical watching them get destroyed through their own actions finally.
Yeah.
They're finally learning that people are not with you. They've never been with you. That's the thing. A lot of the social momentum that the left has had and that the Marxists and communists had is manufactured on social media.
It was fake.
It's not even real. And so these people believe that there's millions and millions of people that agree with them when in reality, they're just crazy fucking useful idiots. Like I've been saying for years and years and years. And now they're finding out because after Trump gets his ears shot off, everybody's like, you know what? Fuck all these people.
Yeah.
And so, dude, I feel like the momentum has very much so changed now to where people are not going to tolerate this leftist insane shit nearly as much as they have, if at all.
No, I agree, man.
These people are in for a rude awakening. And honestly, dude, I'm here for it.
Yeah, guys, jump in on this conversation down in the comments. Let us know what you guys think.
Do you agree with that? With what I'm saying?
100%.
I mean, that was an inside job.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Man. There's no doubt. Listen, and this is one thing to understand too, man. Like we talk about these top-down commands, right? Like sometimes there's going to be commands that just come down like, hey, you're going to be doing this. You're going to be positioning this, right? They have these things. It's called a position meeting, right? Like ask me how I know. We do the same thing, right? Yeah. Where, hey, I know last detail you were working in this capacity. This detail you're doing this.
Yeah.
Right. Not only you have that aspect on it, but on top of that, there was also a lot of augmented agents there.
Yeah,
which means that agents that are not
added in at the last moment.
Yeah, these are
hey, we need 3 more guys,
right? And you just send them in.
Yeah.
Like the lady that everybody's been talking shit on. She was augmented.
Yeah,
she's not a part of Trump's detail. She never has been.
That's another discussion.
What, sandwiches?
Yes.
I mean,
fat, short, squatty women should not be on. Listen, we have to get back to meritocracy.
That's that DEI shit, though.
It is. All right, listen, dude. There's lots of things that women are better than men at. I'll start with that. But there's a lot of things that men are better than women at. And fucking being violent and protecting people and shooting guns and doing that kind of work, police work, Secret Service work, field work, that is for fucking men. Okay? I'm not saying there aren't some women that are good at it, because there are, but they're the exception. All right?
The rule.
Did you see the 2 women, those 2 augmented agents, legit fucking duck and hide when the shit started going? They ducked down and hid. All the men jumped on top.
Easy.
They didn't even think about it. It's a primal instinct of men to do that. Okay? We react under dangerous situations with automatic responses most of the time. It's a primal innate thing. Women don't have that, dude. They have a different thing. They have different gifts. They're they're great at other things. But that woman, there's a million women I know that are in shape, that train every day, that know how to shoot, that could do that job. Mm-hmm. But that's still 0.000000001% compared to the men. Right. And if there is going to be a woman on a detail like that, they should be able to beat the men at the fucking job. And that little short thumb bitch can't beat men doing shit. Mm-hmm. She might be able to beat them eating White Castles. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, dude. That's what she might be able to do.
Yeah, I mean,
did you see her face?
Bro.
Like how fucking, dude, she did not know what to fucking do, bro.
I seen the clip. There's a clip of
then she couldn't even put her gun in her holster. Bro, I train fucking once a year and I could put my fucking gun in my holster.
Yeah, just not rounds on target. But the thing is,
well, he could say yeah, but see, he could say that, but he knows that it's the opposite is actually true. That's right. He is MSNBC.
Sorry, I'm Lester Holt. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. No, but like I actually seen a video of
what's it like to get beat by your own client at fucking shooting.
That did not happen.
Yeah,
dude.
It
did not happen.
Like, what's it like?
All right, we'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah,
let's make it work.
That's fine.
All right.
We're putting this on YouTube.
We're live streaming a bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do no editing.
Dude, come on now.
No, but there's actually a video because she ended up going to the hospital with him. So there's a video.
I saw her in the front of the fucking thing, not being able to do it again.
Looking like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. And she's standing in front of the fucking truck like she's all hard. Like, dude, a lot of these.
No, I'm not. I want to say that. Listen. This is not against her. That's not who my anger or frustration is toward.
No, it's against the system for allowing it,
for putting her in that
yes,
position,
dude.
Bro. Like she shouldn't have ever been in that position.
Yeah, look, man, that chick can't run a fucking Dude, I can't run a mile, so I can't say shit.
Nah, it's not about
but neither
running
can she.
a mile, man. But it's just like you got to be able to handle some shit, man. Like you got to.
I can run a mile, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
you know, if
but she that listen.
I won't.
Yeah,
don't want to. You know,
her face like,
dude, like
what an unfortunate angle of her. Like, to that be the one photo that everybody's gonna remember you for forever,
dude. Apparently, she's a 10-year vet for Secret Service, you know. But like, I mean, neither here nor there. But like, my point being is that you take the positioning meetings they had, you take the augmentation, right? You know, you might just you might get a sign like you're not the one making those decisions of where you want to be at, right? And so what I'm saying is, to me, this is no doubt this was an inside job. Somebody made those calls. Somebody pulled certain people. Hey, you need to go watch this side.
Who do you think it was? It was the same motherfucker's been trying to sabotage him this whole time, bro. It's Pelosi, it's Biden, it's Obama, it's fucking Soros. It's all. If I'm betting, that's who I'm betting.
Well, and I think the thing is too, man. Like, how many?
And that's speculative. I can't fucking prove that.
Yeah,
this show's speculative.
It's all speculative.
We're guessing.
Sure, but I'll say this, and here's another aspect too that people don't think about too. There was, they kept citing manpower issues, right? And the thing is, like, I mean, that's a real thing. Got burnout. Trump does a lot of these fucking events, isn't it? Now here's some information. Again, people don't understand this, right? But
shouldn't they be switching out detail between events?
Trump's team runs like that. That's his team, right? Those guys are assigned to him because, and it's not like they don't get the full rattle battle because he's not in the line of succession to presidency. But here's the thing. Trump runs. I mean, and his guys, his actual PSD team, they were running for a long time. 7 days without a day off, right?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes that stuff happens. I think it's pretty interesting too, and this just alludes to the fact that, man, this shit was planned out. Is they picked a day when a lot of his main guys were off. In an event where there was no advance. At an event where you had a lot of augmented agents who, just put me wherever the hell you need me at, right? Like this was the perfect storm. I think they created that.
Listen, dude.
To create
at the end of the day, here's the deal:
this fog,
a fucking lightsabering, noodle swinging, trash can lid carrying leftist doesn't walk up to the building that is the premier building,
the only one out
to shoot from. Where this guy is standing, the best place to shoot a target from, standing outside of it for an hour, being observed for up to 3 hours,
the range
having his mom call and report to the police that he's deranged and they need to find him, having people in the crowd see him and them do nothing, okay? This does not happen. This does not happen. This is, dude, do you know how hard it is to actually do this if they were like doing what they're supposed to do? You cannot do it. He was allowed to do it. He was manipulated to do it. He was probably funded to do it, which is why Quantico can't get into his cell phone. Oh, but all these hackers on the internet can get into anybody's shit. The fuck out of here, dude. You're fucking Quantico. Call fucking Apple and say, break this bitch open. You don't think they can do that? They do that all the time. They're lying about everything. It's sloppy, and look, dude. I think the truth's going to come out, and fuck, dude. All the evidence that comes out about JFK says the CIA did it.
CIA.
So what are we going to wait another 40 years or 50 years to find out? No, we're living in a different era now.
Yeah.
What's reported on the news in 1963 has to be taken as truth because there's no back channels to communicate. What I saw on NBC is what happened, and that's that. Mm-hmm. Can you believe that happened? We don't have any way to question it. Okay, the people who had to question conspiracies back then had to dig in. They had to go places and take notes and interview people. Now social media sends everything in an instant. So they tried to pull an old play that can't be pulled during a time where everything's recorded and everything's observed and news travels at the speed of sound, okay? The speed of light speed. It's fucking instant, dude. So when we think about that, I don't think that they're going to be able to cover this up. I think there's people are going to start blowing the whistle because they understand how serious it is, and they understand that they fucked up and he's not dead and he's probably going to be president. Okay?
Well, that was to me.
So there's going to be people who were like told weird shit, right? Like their boss walks in and tells the guy at Secret Service, stand down, don't go on that fucking roof. Okay? That guy is going to come out and say this. Those guys are going to come out and say this because they're going to realize what they're a part of, and they don't want to be a part of it if they're going to lose. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd say this too, man, and I think this also alludes to the fact that they were not counting on Trump surviving this.
No.
Is because all of these little questions we have, if Trump was actually killed, had he actually died, right, the country would be in chaos.
Yeah, right now.
And nobody would be asking any of these questions.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference, right? Like,
well, I think if he was killed, I think people would assume. I think this is another mistake that the cabal is making.
We would assume it's them regardless.
That's right.
Yeah,
we would have assumed it's them.
For sure.
Like, dude, everybody in America, listen, dude.
I would say that's what they wanted.
I would say 8 out of 10 Americans assume that it's the establishment that tried to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, listen, we're under occupied rule. We have people in the government who have done things to America because other countries have paid them to do those things. These people are not our friend. They hate this country. They hate you. They hate everything about Donald Trump because he won't be scared and he won't stop. And dude, whether you like Trump or don't like Trump, or you think he's an asshole or you don't, I don't care, bro. America's America, man. And we can all have different opinions. But we have a group of people here who believe that their opinion is more important than anybody's, to the point of we will kill anybody that challenges it. And that is dangerous for everybody. It doesn't matter if you like Trump or not like Trump or how you feel about conservative. This isn't even a conservative thing. And a lot of conservatives are out here being like, all these people voting for Trump, they're not even conservative. Get off your fucking high horse, bro. You guys are worse than the fucking left. If you don't go now, instead of if you don't read child porn to fucking kids at school, you're a bigot. Now it's if you don't go to church every day and if women don't wear old style dresses and men don't, have 47 kids, they're not conservative enough and they don't belong over here. Man, you all are a bunch of fucking morons. This is fucking freedom versus not freedom. And Trump is far from a pro-freedom candidate, in my opinion, based upon what he's actually executed upon. Now, when I say that, I'm going to say that with an asterisk, because every single president, they're very conservative in their first term, and then they're more aggressive in their second term. And what I'm hoping, and I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, is that Trump will follow through on a lot of these things that he promised this time, and he may not. He may be a part of the establishment. We don't fucking know, dude. They could be playing us. They could be making us have so much sympathy for Donald Trump that he comes in and he says, hey, we're going to deport all these people. We're going to lock the country down. And that's how they get the digital ID and all this shit going. I don't think that's the case, but there's a case that could be made for that. But at the end of the day, we have to think for ourselves, and we have to use our minds in a way that says, what is the better choice right now? Well, right now, the better choice is Donald Trump, in my opinion, and most people's opinion. All right. Regardless if you like him as a person or not, I actually like him as a person. I think he's fucking hilarious. I think the shit he says is spot on. I understand why he kind of brags a little bit, because nobody gives him any credit. Now, with that being said, I think he's been a lot better as of recent, in the last year or so. All right. But I like him because he shares a similar personality that I would have. But that doesn't mean he's not part of this or that. I'm just saying I like him. But at the end of the day, we have to make a choice. And the choice is communism, Marxism, or moving towards a better America. Do I think Trump's going to make America the greatest it could be? I don't know, man. Like, there's things that got to happen, like taxes got to come down to 10% all in. There's things that have to happen here that I don't know if he's willing to do. Now, if he does those things, I'll eat my words and say, fuck yeah, bro, he's the best ever. But at the end of the day, we should be using his ability to come in and make the changes as a bridge to 28, where we can improve more and more and more, right? Mm-hmm. So if we're pro-freedom and we don't think Trump is pro-freedom enough, then we got 4 years to figure out a movement so we can get a little bit more towards where we want to go. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
So I just think we got to think about this logically, and we got to think about this, is he the perfect candidate for every issue? I don't know. It depends on if he follows through or not. But if he follows through, I think he'll be the best president of ever. I mean, they're certainly shaping up that way.
Yeah.
I think it's important for everybody just to think for themselves, dude. I think we got to look at every single candidate individually and think for themselves. This idea of I'm part of this party, or I'm part of that party, or I'm part of this movement, that's how we get in these polarizing situations. Okay, is this guy qualified for the job? Is this person qualified? No? Okay, don't vote for that person. See what I'm saying?
Done. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, Andy, let's keep this cruise moving. We got headline number 2. RNC, we talked about just a little bit. We had the video in the beginning, my favorite human on the earth. Let's talk about some of the other developments that have been happening. We have a new VP pick.
Yep.
JD Vance, first Republican convention will be his national introduction as Trump's running mate. This article reads, Donald Trump's running mate, JD Vance, will introduce himself to a national audience Wednesday night, today, when this episode was recorded, as he addresses the Republican National Convention. He's an Ohio senator. Now, he really came to light, I guess, with the train derailment in Ohio, in East Palestine, right? Mm-hmm. That's when he really started to come to light. Nobody really heard of him before that. Whatever. But since he's been picked, and listen, I mean, I know there's a lot of, here and there, but one of the biggest hits that people have been making on this guy are these, uncovered audio clips of his disdain for Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an interest in
10 years ago.
Exactly.
Can't change your mind.
More information can't come out. I mean, listen, everybody at one point can say, yeah, I drank a little bit of the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But we are not in the same place as a country. We did not have the information we have now. We don't have a lot of things. But that's one thing that they've been hitting on. And just for those that have not yet seen what they're talking about, I have a clip here. This is just a little short clip that kind of shows what they're talking about. Let's listen in on this.
And I cannot stand Trump because I think he's a fraud. Well, I think he's a total fraud that is exploiting these people, who is a total fraud.
I agree with you on Trump because I don't think that he's the person. I don't think he actually cares about folks.
But I think that I'm going to vote I'm going to vote third party because I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place.
Oh, really? He was wrong about that.
Completely wrong. And again, that was back in 2016, man.
Well, I mean, you got to remember the climate back then. If you want to know the truth, I said that Trump was going to be president in 2015. I said it on MFCEO Project. Vaughn argued with me and said, there's no fucking way. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So look, man, back in 2016, Trump was an actor.
Mm.
He was an actor.
Right.
So we're gonna take this guy from The Apprentice and we're gonna make him
president.
Yeah, like no one had ever seen this guy,
right,
other than on the TV show,
yeah, and
the cultural celebrity that had been made around him. So, I mean, I could see where people would think that
for sure. And I'll say this, man, like I'm not gonna say I was disappointed. I think it would have been really cool to see Ramaswamy on the ticket.
I think Ramaswamy should have been the pick.
I agree, man. I would have liked to see that.
I think Ramaswamy is more pro-freedom than any of the other potential candidates.
Agreed.
I've had a chance to really get to know him since he was on the show a year ago.
Yeah. I know why you didn't pick him. Huh? I know why Trump didn't pick Ramaswamy.
I think Trump didn't pick Ramaswamy because he's afraid of getting shown up by him.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
Too much like, bro, listen, Donald Trump is still Donald Trump, bro. There's ego
Listen,
there.
dude, let me tell you something about Vivek. Okay? I've been a paid speaker for a long time, and I'm very good. And I have a gift for it. I can walk up on stage without knowing what to say. And when I go on stage, it comes out really good. Mm-hmm. It's a gift. Okay. I don't have to I don't have a plan. I don't rehearse. Now every, 10 or so, they get a little sketch, but my sketch is still, they do, but my sketch is still better than everybody else's. Exactly. And then no disrespect. It's a gift. I can't help it. Yes, I've practiced it for a long time, but to be able to walk up, connect with your audience, paint a vision that everybody can see clearly, and then back it with intelligent statements, that's a gift. And Vivek has it. Okay. And Trump does not have that.
Don't have it.
None of these other people have that gift. And it's a very, very, very powerful gift. Do you know what the most dangerous and most powerful weapon in the entire world is? It's this right here, this microphone. Okay. And if you can master that, you could become the fucking master of the universe. And Vivek has that gift. And my personal opinion is that he wasn't chosen because of that.
That's how I saw it.
Which is unfortunate because I think he's a much better pick. I don't know too much about Vance. But maybe it's just because I know Vivek and I like him.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think.
But what he has is it's a gift, and there's not. Obama has it.
Obama has it.
Okay,
for sure.
Right. JFK had it. All right. I know what that's like because I have it too.
You have it.
Okay. And I know you guys listen to the podcast. I jump all over, but if you've ever seen me speak live, it's a completely different thing. And I don't think Trump wanted to be shown up by that.
No, it's too much of the spotlight.
Yeah.
I think that
I mean, last night, dude, his speech, he came out on RNC last night. It was straight fucking gas the whole time. It was dude, everybody else's speech was cornball, old man, nerd shit.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah. Vivek comes out and
Curry.
just sets the room on fucking fire with his curry.
Curry.
You know what I'm saying? What's that? Saya, what's that spice you guys use over there? Is it curry? Yeah, all right.
Cardamom.
Yeah.
It's fucking star anise.
Listen, I love Vivek, bro.
He's awesome.
I know people. Listen, dude.
Nutmeg.
I've had a chance to get to know him. I like him a lot. I wish I actually texted him and I said, I wish he would have picked you.
Yeah. I mean, and I listen, like, I think
I think Eric Schmidt would have been a great pick.
Yeah.
Eric Schmidt would have been a great pick because Eric Schmidt is a great speaker. I wouldn't say that Eric is, doesn't have the celebrity that Vivek has yet, but Eric's a fucking bulldog. He's not afraid of anybody.
No.
And him and Andrew Bailey are doing so much of the important work right now. And you know, had he chose him, I think that would have been a great choice just because he's a fucking doer.
Yeah.
But Vance, you know, Vance could be those things too. I just don't know enough about him.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll say this too about Vivek too, man. I think there's still some great things in store for him.
Oh, dude, he's young.
You know, I think. Yeah. I mean, well, that's
it's going to be Vivek and Frisella in 24 or 28, dude. We're going to run everybody over.
You know,
just saying.
And I think
might be Frisella Vivek, but you know, I don't think that will work.
No.
Yeah. I'll have to beat him on stage.
Yeah. You'd have to.
I'm coming for you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I think
he's just dude. He's on it, dude.
Dude, he's cool.
Yeah,
he's cool, man. And like, I mean, he has his own little unique.
He's got a little swag,
man.
Yeah.
You know, but I could see a cabinet position for him. You know, they're actually, I don't know if you've seen it. They're talking about having Vivek take the senator spot from Vance because they're both from Ohio.
That'd be great.
They're both from Ohio,
and they get to pick them, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
And so there's a possibility there. I think that's still too low on the totem pole.
I do too.
I think he could be used a lot higher in that in that admin. But
yeah,
we'll
like
see.
vice president.
We'll see. You know, but other things in the RNC. Did you see that that dude got shot and killed? He was wielding a knife a couple blocks from there.
Yeah.
That was interesting to see.
Yeah, well.
And outside of the mayonnaise, also happening outside. Apparently, there was a lot of there's been a lot of protesters there. And we're not talking about a little bit. They're estimating it was like 10,000 anti-Trump activists there.
Yeah, I wonder how much they got paid.
10,000.
Yeah.
Starbucks carts. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's fucking something, for sure. You know, but did you see what really stole the show? Like I said, there was a lot of fucking mayonnaise there. I haven't been able to watch, just sit and watch it.
The RNC needs some serious, like, you guys need some serious, like, cooling it up.
Bro.
Like, fuck. It's embarrassing.
It reminded me, you know that video of Dana, the hip-hop teacher?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me
of.
of.
Dude.
I'm Dana, and I'm going to teach you about hip-hop.
Yeah. One, two,
See, my feet turn out like this.
Yeah. Not like this.
That's what the RNC was, bro. And that's what, listen.
Bro, there was no sauce to be found other than Vivek.
It's like Raising Cane's, man. Like
it was bad. I'll admit it, dude.
Bro,
Listen.
I mean, like on a real note though, like that's why a lot of people still
Dude,
get
that's why they
lost.
can't get the young people to get engaged,
This
dude.
shit ain't
There's
cool,
no
bro.
sauce.
They're not cool.
Bro, there's no, you guys need some sauce, man.
Listen, fix it.
It needs to be a fucking rock concert, bro. Like,
where the fuck's Kid Rock?
No, bro, they need to be bringing out 50 Cent doing Many Man.
If he would have walked out,
no,
to that,
I bet
bro,
they're going to do it tomorrow.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't even spoke yet. That's true.
Yeah, I bet they're going to do it.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
That would be
But
fun.
I'm just saying.
That would fix it.
Yeah, but see, Trump has that aura. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a dude, like, Trump's a boss, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude walks in the room. There's people that have that. He's got it.
He's got
so
that.
why don't they fucking build it up some more? Like, make this dude.
Let him use it, bro.
Fucking Voltron. You know
Walk
what
him
I'm
out
saying?
there
Like,
with a fucking bulletproof vest, make him hang upside down, you know? You know what I'm saying? Now, one of the cool, like I will say this, one of the uplights, I know you're a dog lover. You have a bulldog, actually. Did you see Baby Dog? Baby Dog stole the show. So West Virginia Governor Jim Justice, which that's a great name.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great name.
What is he? Democrat?
No, he's at the RNC.
Oh, okay.
He's a Republican governor, Jim Justice. He brought his dog out with him when he went to go speak. This is dog.
Oh,
dude,
look at Baby Dog.
Dude, I want to pet that dog, man.
Look at that baby.
Look how fluffy. Like, it reminds me of Charlie.
Yeah,
dude.
it does
He's so
look like
fluffy.
Charlie. She's smiling. Look at her.
So fluffy.
Dude, there ain't nothing better than bulldogs, man.
No.
If you have never had a bulldog, you don't even know, because it's like totally different than all the other dogs. I've had all the dogs, and an English, like, I didn't even want them, dude. Like, I didn't even want them. I had German Shepherds and Rottweilers and
Big
American
bullies.
Bulldogs,
Yeah.
which people don't know what American Bulldog is. They're big. They're like the size of Rottweiler.
They're big.
And then when my American Oscar passed away, Emily wanted to get an English Bulldog. And so I got her Otis as like a surprise. And dude, within like 3 days, I was like totally sold. And now it's like, I could never not have at least 2 English Bulldogs.
They're cool, bro.
Because they're so freaking funny together.
Yeah.
They're so funny, dude. They're like little comedians. Everything they do is funny.
It's just funny, bro. Meatball is my boy, man.
Yeah.
Otis
Loves DJ.
But yeah, so I thought that was cool. Now you got that's the RNC.
Look at that baby.
Dude,
her name's
cool?
Baby Dog?
Baby Dog.
That's such a good name for her.
And he has that country accent too. Baby Dog.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. That's the best. That's a VIP right there.
Bro, he looks so soft.
Yeah.
He looks so
Hey, man, when I go out on the debate stage in 2028,
bring a Charlie.
Yeah. Or one of my ducks.
Yeah.
Because I'll have more ducks by then.
But that's the RNC. You got the DNC coming up. And there is some weird shit that they're trying to pull with this DNC stuff. So let's cover this just a little bit before we move on. DNC moves forward with Biden virtual roll call, despite furious backlash from some Democrats. So the Democratic National Committee is moving ahead with its controversial plan to virtually nominate President Joe Biden ahead of the Democratic Convention in Chicago next month, ignoring, this is CNN, by the way, ignoring the growing calls from some of the party's elected officials to ditch that strategy, given the serious ongoing debate about whether the president should continue to seek a second term. And they're trying to push it in very, very quick. Like maybe August 1st, August 2nd to officially nominate him. Well ahead of the actual convention, with the convention itself being this virtual thing. Not just for Biden, but plenty of the delegates that are supposed to be there as well. So that's some interesting stuff.
Well, isn't there a rule that right now, while Biden is not the official nominee, if something were to happen to him, Kamala has to be the natural progression
to maintain campaign funds.
Right. However, and I could be wrong, but I believe that if they nominate Joe Biden and then he pulls out, the Democrat convention gets to pick someone.
Anybody they want.
So that would make sense as to why they're trying to push the nomination forward so that then they could switch it out
have enough time
before the DNC.
That's some evil shit. That's some evil shit. No matter who's complaining about it. Let's check in with Biden because he just had a really, really bad NBC News interview. We shared one of the clips from that interview with Lester Holt. But that wasn't it. Biden again, man, in the senile, demented state, where angry people are kind of mean. I think just in general,
They're what?
Mean.
Angry people?
No, old people.
You said angry people.
Did
mean.
I? Old people.
Old people are mean.
Old people can get mean, bro. For no reason. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think they've exhausted their give a.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's what my problem is.
You're not old though.
Yeah, but I've worked a full lifetime of hours. I've dealt with if you add up all the hours I've worked a 70-year-old life. So I've had enough interactions with people to be 70.
Yeah.
That's why I fucking get pissed off so easy.
Got it.
And I'm like, I don't fucking give a shit.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
I got the old man I give a fuck halfway through my life. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, yeah, Biden definitely got it. And he actually got kind of nasty with Lester Holt on NBC. So let's dive into this a little bit. So we got 2 clips here. So the first one, Biden refused to commit to debating Trump before the next debate in September. And when pressed by Holt whether he was anxious to get back on the horse, Biden snapped. I'm on the horse. Where have you been? Let's watch this clip.
Mr. Trump has said he's giving you a chance to redeem yourself. Basically, the idea of engaging in another debate.
We're going to have another debate.
Yeah, you're going to have one in September that's on the books. Would you be open to doing one in the next few weeks?
I'm going to debate him when we agreed to debate, and I'm going to debate him in September.
But if the opportunity came up to do one between now and then, is there a sense of wanting to get back on the horse?
I'm on the horse. Where have you been? I've done 22 major events, met thousands of people, overwhelming crowds, a lot happening. I'm on the horse. What I'm doing is going out and demonstrating to the American people that I'm in command of all my faculties, that I don't need notes, I don't need teleprompter. I can go out and answer any questions at all. And I stood there when NATO was in town. I stood there for an hour.
Well, you should be able to stand in for 12 hours or whatever the fuck it takes. I think it's interesting how the lowering of the bar has been introduced into society. You know, like
for the president of the United States.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when Joe Biden, when they did the debate, Joe Biden, you answered every question.
You did so good.
What is this, kindergarten?
Right.
This is the president of the United States. Of course he's supposed to answer every question. He's not supposed to answer every question. He's supposed to annihilate the guy on the other side, which he didn't do. No. Like, dude, this whole thing, I'm in command of my faculties. You're the president. What are we talking about? You're not supposed to shit your pants and forget where the fuck you are.
Who shit my pants?
Yeah. Like the bar is like keeps getting progressively lower for the standard.
It's sad
yeah,
to see,
like,
bro.
dude, we should have the smartest, brightest, most experienced, most knowledgeable people running this country. It's the most important thing to any of us.
Mm-hmm. And then when he got pressed about his obvious signs of cognitive decline, he got angry again. Let's watch this.
In your last TV interview, you were asked if you had watched the debate. Your answer was, I don't think so, no. Have you since seen it?
I've seen pieces of it. I've not watched the whole debate.
And the reason I ask, because I guess the question is, are you all on the same page? Are you seeing what they saw, which was moments of, frankly, that appeared to be confused?
Lester, look, why don't you guys ever talk about the 28 lies he told? Where are you on this? Why didn't the press ever talk about that? 28 times it's confirmed he lied in that debate. I had a bad night. I wasn't feeling well at all. And I had been, I screwed up. But
I just asked the question because the idea that you may or may not have seen what some of these other folks have seen, you're not on the same.
I'd have to see I was there. I'd have to see it. I was there. And by the way, seriously, you won't answer the question, but why didn't the press talk about all the lies he told?
Well,
I haven't heard anything about that.
We have reported many of the issues that came up during that debate.
No, you haven't.
We'll provide you with them.
He's not used to the press fucking even asking him anything.
No, it's always been softball questions.
He's been protected for so long, he's getting offended they're asking him actual questions.
Who told you?
First of all, welcome to the motherfucking show, bitch. Like you guys have been so one-sided and so unfair that this guy thinks he's entitled to being asked nothing, to being held accountable to nothing. This should give you insight to what these people think about themselves. How dare you ask me about something I did? What about him?
Right.
He can't even answer the question. And Trump can do all these things correct, bro. He can have the best economy. He can create all these jobs. He can do all these things to make our country better. And he gets zero credit at all. I'm not saying he's perfect by any means, because he's not. I have a lot of criticisms of him.
But they hammer the fuck out of him.
Yes, but they don't give him any credit, which is what creates his persona of being like the mean tweets. If you don't have anybody telling the truth about you, you have to tell the truth about yourself. And remember, he would come out and do the pressers himself almost, daily. And they didn't like that. They didn't like that he would go up there and
handle these people.
Yes, and then state what he actually did. And they don't like that. But dude, they say, oh, look how arrogant he is. Look how cocky he is. Bro, nobody will tell the truth about him. So he has to make those statements, which is what makes him appear to be cocky and, mean or whatever they're calling him. I never thought he was mean.
No. Now, here's the interesting thing. Last little piece on this, on this, this poll comes out that says nearly 2/3 of Democrats want Biden to step aside, right? 2/3, that's 66%, right?
Well, that's coming.
I'm not good with computers. 66% of Democrats want him. So, Andy, can you answer me why then this poll comes out of Trump Biden, and it has Trump only at 51 to Biden at 49. Who the fuck is lying? Somebody's lying.
I think they're lying. They're fucking lying. Did you see that meme of Trump with this thing on for My Pillow?
No, I didn't.
That picture? It said My Pillow. The new mini pillow.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Dude, I'll tell you what, bro. When I saw that happen, I was fucking pissed. I was so pissed off. I'm just so sick of these people saying, doing, acting to the point where they think they can just kill people. Like, it should be a very eye-opening. I think it is too. I think their eyes are open. I've seen so many people who didn't vote for Trump and didn't like Trump saying, I'm voting for Trump because it's very obvious that these other people are fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With that being said, our third and final headline, man. Let's get to headline number 3. Headline number 3. Adios, California. Elon Musk announces relocation of SpaceX and Twitter headquarters to Texas. I like Elon. I do. I know there were some questions about him before, of whether he's controlled op or. I like him. I fucking like him. He is the biggest influencer on the planet. And that's undeniable, man. I like him, and he handles his shit. So let's dive into this. So Business Insider reports that on Tuesday, Elon Musk announced via Twitter that SpaceX would be relocating its headquarters from Hawthorne, California to SpaceX Starbase near Boca Chica Village, Texas. Musk attributed this decision to laws in California that he described as, quote, attacking both families and companies. The specific legislation Musk referenced was a bill signed Monday by California Governor Gavin Newsom. This new law prohibits forced disclosure rules in public kindergarten through 12th schools, effectively banning requirements for teachers to notify parents if a child changes their name, pronouns, or gender identity at school. California is the first state to outlaw such requirements, as reported by the Los Angeles Times. Musk called this legislation the last straw and stated, quote, because of this law, here's the tweet. He says, because of this law and the many others that preceded it, attacking both families and companies, SpaceX will now move its HQ from Hawthorne, California to Starbase, Texas. Now, these relocations follow a pattern established by Tesla, another of Musk's companies, which moved its headquarters to Texas in 2021. Musk had also stated previously his intentions to move SpaceX business incorporation from Delaware to Texas as well. So what was Gavin's response? What was Newsom's response? Well, he had a 4-word riposte. Is that the right word? Riposte? Sure. To Elon Musk after billionaire decided to move his headquarters. He tweeted this out. So this was an original tweet from Donald Trump. And Gavin Newsom said, "You bent the knee." He said, "You bent the knee." So the tweet that he retweeted was from Donald Trump. It said, "When Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, and telling me how he was a big Trump fan and Republican, I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it." And then Gavin Newsom retweeted that and saying, "You bent the knee," to which Elon Musk replied, "You never get off your knees."
Yeah, except Gavin Newsom never gets off his knees to the cabal in fucking China, which is way worse.
Way worse, in my opinion. And listen, did you see Trump also? Musk is also donating like $45 million
a month.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah, well.
Now, granted,
that's what these other guys do. He's recognizing that he's the only guy out here that's big enough that has that kind of money to do that.
Yeah.
I actually commend him, dude. I commend him for getting involved. He doesn't have to get involved. He's from South Africa, bro. I know he's American, and I could definitely tell he's a patriot at this point in time.
Yeah, he's African American.
Everybody, I don't know. I get tired of everything and everybody as part of the play type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't believe that Elon Musk is like doing, people are like, well, he does Starlink and he does fucking brain implants and he does, electric cars. Yeah, well, I think he's an entrepreneur and I think he's brilliant. And I think before he understood what was actually happening in the world, he was still brilliant. And so he looked at all these things. He said, there's opportunity here. And it turns out he's doing okay with it.
Yeah. Well, I also don't think like the whole eco thing is part of his argument for making Tesla and stuff. I don't think that I've never seen anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he's like, oh, I'm going to save the planet.
I'm going to say this, cars. Any of you turds buying these cyber trucks and painting them black and shit and like red and y'all think you're fucking cool, you're still a nerd.
Yeah.
What? Syed's cool. Syed, did you buy a Cybertruck? Oh, see?
He's a cool nerd.
Yeah. I don't care what Syed does. Syed's above criticism.
Mm.
He built 7-Eleven on the fucking moon. Anybody that builds 7-Eleven on the fucking moon, good with me.
They're cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, like, kids should not be in school doing whatever the fuck they want, and these teachers condoning the shit. And like, bro,
that's insane. That's insane. Those are our kids, not your kids. That's communist shit. And not only, bro, the funny thing is that over in China, yeah, they have the same attitude. Your kids are our kids, except they teach them how to be fit. They teach them math. They teach them all kinds of skills they need.
How to tell on their parents.
They teach them how to shoot. Yeah. They teach them how to assemble weapons, disassemble weapons. Okay, they're not teaching them that they can be a girl. All right, so this whole thing, this ideology that is infected our country is done so to weaken our country. It's not done so to make it better. And anybody with a brain should be able to see that.
Yeah. This is going to fuck California more financially than I think. I think this, like, they might fall, bro. That's a shit ton of tax revenue coming from those two companies. California's already hurting.
I mean, the other thing is, too, is that, like, when we talk about the progressive ideology, right? Like, there seems to be I don't know, like a belief inside the Democrat Party that the way for them to win is to be more and more and more progressive. And the funny thing is I think if they replace Biden with a more progressive candidate, they're really going to screw themselves because the tide and the culture has already been switching back the other way so much. That's why we're seeing people get fired for saying the things they're saying about Trump right now, which, dude, you know, like I have mixed feelings about, because on one hand, I'm like, bro, we shouldn't be using cancel culture. But on the other hand, I'm like, we need to use it temporarily to balance shit back out. These motherfuckers need to know, like, hey, you're done fucking with us.
Yeah.
And it's fun because they haven't figured it out yet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But so I think, you know, Biden's and the Democrats are really in a tricky position here because they have a belief that they need a more progressive candidate, not less. And really, dude, the way for them to win is to have a less progressive candidate. Like if they made RFK their fucking nominee, they'd win. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to do that. They want more progressive because it goes along with the global agenda. I still believe that it's going to be Michelle Obama.
I agree.
I still believe that.
Yeah. Big Mike.
And she's going to come out and make a play for unity. You know, those Obamas are really good at talking shit. They don't have any problem saying exactly what you need to hear. Even in 2008, bro, I believed Obama. I was like, fuck, I didn't want him to win, but I think he might be good.
Hope he does.
And then he came in and he fucking destroyed everything. Okay.
Typical.
So, yeah. So I didn't laugh because it was funny. I laughed because I was confused.
It was a mostly peaceful presidency.
I didn't get it. That's why I laughed.
Is that bad? It was a mostly peaceful presidency.
But dude, I don't think these people are in touch with the people, bro. It's like when you see Biden get upset at even being questioned. Like these people have been living in such an elevated state that they are unaware that the tide has turned. You know, like when AOC goes out and talks this progressive shit, she gets booed. Like, and they keep wanting to move over that way. You know, had Joe Biden had moderate policies, bro, he'd be getting reelected right now. But people ain't with this progressive shit, and they're not with this woke shit. They don't like DEI. They don't like ESG. They don't like politically correct. They love freedom, and they don't want to be taxed. And that's fucking reality, bro. We want to be Americans. We're special breed over here. We want to be jean shorts, Daisy Dukes, fucking American flags, Budweiser, big trucks, tailgates, shotguns, fucking fast cars, cool movies, and fucking freedom, bro. That's what the we want here. We don't want none of this shit. And the people that want it are so limited that nobody cares.
Doesn't matter. Guys, jumping on the conversation down in the comments, let us know what you guys think. With that being said, let's get to our final segment of the show. As always, a thumbs up or dumb as fuck. This is where we bring a headline in, talk about it. It'll get one of those two options. Andy, let me ask you this. You like to go fishing?
It depends. I like to do deep sea fishing. That's fun.
All right. Have you done it before?
Yeah, lots.
All right.
Yeah, I love it.
We'll see what you think after this. Terrifying moment. Fisherman is nearly impaled by flying marlin in front of crew.
Oh, yeah. This can happen, dude.
Bro, fuck that.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Nope. So, terrifying video captured a fisherman's brush.
Have you ever been deep sea fishing?
I don't do boats.
Bro, we need to go. I got like some of the, there's a few captains that listen to the show. They invite us to go all the time.
All right.
No, bro, it's awesome. Yeah. Bro, it's beer drinking all day.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
With big ass fish.
I don't do well with boats. Don't have a good history of boats.
Bro, what happened to you? What happened to you on a boat?
No, not me.
Oh, generational trauma?
Right.
Okay. See, I think that's bullshit. I think you Tommy Boy'd yourself out in the middle of a pond one time. You couldn't get no wind, and for that reason, you don't like boats.
No, I don't like small boats. If it's a decent sized boat.
Didn't you tell me that you got stuck in a canoe or something one time?
Can't fit on a small boat.
Or you flipped it over?
What'd you say?
This motherfucker traumatized the boat.
What the fuck did you just say?
He said you need to be on a barge.
Traumatized the boats, huh?
The boat just tips over.
Bro, Madonna kick your ass too. What are you gonna do? I know you can't shoot him.
What's the guy's name? It's too soon. Call me Tyler.
Huh?
Call me. What's his guy? Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah, I'll be Thomas Crooks.
You gonna miss?
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We'll see.
Anyway, so we're going deep sea fishing.
All right.
You'll love it, dude. It's awesome.
I mean, I'm sure I would.
Bro, it's so badass. You catch the fish, and then you get to the dock, and they make the fish for you right there. Like, it's It's awesome, dude.
I'd be down to try it.
Yeah. No, you love it.
I'll try anything once.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's watch this.
Anything?
Yeah, I'll try anything. I will try anything one time.
It was just Pride Month.
Let's watch this clip, man.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Damn, that was close. That didn't get him?
Bro.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, bro. That guy's lucky as f. Oh, my God, dude. Dude. That guy's that was like right on his aorta.
Bro, it would have.
Or whatever, the jugular.
Yeah, carotid vein. I mean, bro, that would took him out.
Whoa, bro. Did it get him?
No,
Is he bleeding or anything?
He's fine. He was completely fine.
Holy shit, bro. That dude got lucky.
Bro. Now, he did go overboard. The fish threw him out.
Really?
Yeah, he went overboard. They got him back on. But, like, again, like that video.
Let's play it again.
Like 20 million views.
No, he didn't go overboard. No. He's laying on the ground.
Well, thought they said he went overboard.
No.
Sorry.
Did you hear him yell it?
Well, bro, apparently those fish can get pretty big, man. Like,
bro,
2,000 pounds.
Yeah, it's huge.
This was the biggest one I could find so far.
Yeah.
But I mean, man.
Yeah. That's a big ass fucking fish, dude.
Bro, 2,000 pounds.
Yeah. That's a big one. Bro, did you see that shark that who caught that big ass shark that Lane Norton caught the other day? Did you see that thing?
No.
Lane Norton caught us, bro.
No, he didn't.
Oh, yes, he did. You didn't see it?
No.
Bro, can we get that picture on the show?
Yeah.
Look at that thing. Look at that thing, dude. That's Jaws.
That's not that big.
That's a big shark, bro. That was a record. That was a record shark, a record bull shark.
600 pounds.
I wouldn't want to that.
Bro, do you know how fast? Do you know how fast those things are in the water, bro?
Show me one black person on that boat.
I mean, you don't see too many black people on boats.
Show me one black person anywhere in these clips.
Why is that?
They're just in the Caribbean.
Michael Jordan's got a fishing team.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he fish?
Yeah, he's got a cool boat. It's out of Jupiter.
I'm all right.
Look at his buddies. Just like look at him. Like this dude gets almost crushed by this fish, and his buddies are just like filming it.
Bro,
the guy in the orange chair, he's like, "Fuck that."
Bro, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. What are we giving this, man?
Fuck, man. I don't know. I'd say thumbs up.
They should have named the fish.
He got lucky.
They should have named the fish Thomas Crooks.
Yeah, because he just missed. That's right.
You got thumbs up on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the guy living.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, bro, look, you're out at sea and you get your fucking jugular pierced like that, you're dead.
Oh, you're done. He would have been dead before he hit the floor.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're dead.
Yeah.
That guy got lucky, man.
They're super lucky, bro. I think they actually ended up getting
the fish.
Yeah, they got him. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thumbs up on that, man.
Yep.
Well, guys, Andy, that's all I got.
All right, guys. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.